Romanian lover! In this video, we are talking about your fear of speaking Romanian. I'm gonna give you 4 tips that will help you deal with your mind when it comes to speaking a foreign language. Remember, it's your mind, the one that is sabotaging you when it comes to speaking. First of all, we all have it. The idea is to turn the volume down and down and down until this fear doesn't have so much power over you. Think about intention. Stop thinking about perfection. Many of you say something like, aș vrea o salată de roșii, te rog. This is wrong. The correct way of saying this is aș vrea o salată de roșii, vă rog. Remember, even if you say a sentence like this, that's fine. Your intention should be to be able to order something in Romanian, not to order it perfectly, because that might not happen. Here, when you talk about preferences, you might say something like, mie place o înghețată de vanilie. And that's wrong. But it's fine. The correct way of saying it is, îmi place înghețata de vanilie. But even if you make these mistakes, don't worry. We still understand what you say. Remember, here, your intention is important. The intention is for you to be able to talk about your personal preferences. So to talk about what you like, what you don't like. You might also say something like, mergi la România. We say, merg în România. All these are mistakes, but guess what? We understand what you say. Your intention with mergi la România is to be able to talk about some plans. Don't focus on the mistakes. Focus on your intention, and your intention should be to be able to express your ideas in Romanian. Mastering something takes time. And I know you know it, because you are probably very good at something and you know that it took you time and effort to get there. I make mistakes too, especially when I speak English. You can hear it in this video and in other videos. I've stopped caring about what other people think about my English. At this point, I don't care. My intention is to help you understand Romanian, especially grammar. My intention is to give you that confidence to speak, to give you that confidence to start speaking, and that confidence to start feeling okay with making mistakes. Besides, if you make a mistake and hopefully someone corrects you, you are more likely to remember the correct word, the correct way of saying something. By the way, if you have questions about these things here, if you have questions in general, join our private Telegram community. Every Friday we have a Q&A session in which I pick some of your questions and we discuss more about Romanian. By joining this private community, you will also be able to see questions and answers from previous Q&A sessions, because it's all there in our chat. The second thing I want you to have in mind is to focus on solutions, not to focus on perfection. Let's see how one of my followers here and on Instagram finds solutions when she doesn't know how to say something in Romanian. You can see that she combines English with Romanian. So when she doesn't know how to say something in Romanian, she turns to English in a very natural way, and she is able to express her idea, and she also practices the words that she already knows in Romanian. The same here. Like many of you, she says felicitări, knows the word lecțiile, studiez limba română în fiecare zi, mulțumesc foarte mult pentru, iubesc limba română foarte mult. But then there are things that she doesn't know how to express yet in Romanian, so she uses English. You can learn from her and do the same. What's funny about this message is that we have just one Romanian word and then all the other words are in English. I love this solution, using English or using another language or using signs when you don't know how to say something in Romanian. If you already know some words, if you already know some rules, but not all of them, please use these words, use these rules, use these phrases that you already know. And if you don't know how to say something in Romanian, just add something in English, but do it with confidence. Remember, you don't care what people think of you. The idea is for you to speak Romanian, even if you combine it with English. But you train your mind to focus on solutions. So you will find more and more solutions in time if you continue using Romanian plus English. Even if your current percentage of Romanian is this one and of English is this one, in time you will be able to fill those gaps. In time you will use more and more Romanian words, phrases, structures, and less English, Spanish, French, Italian words, structures, phrases. From now on, let's use Romanian plus English. Don't turn to English the very first moment. No, turn to English only if you don't know or only if you don't remember a specific word in that specific moment. The third thing I need you to do is to act, to stop waiting. Listen, it doesn't matter if all you can say in Romanian is ce faci? Bine, mulțumesc. If today you know only these 4 words, use these 4 words. Tomorrow you will know 5 words. In a week from now, you will know 20 words. It's better to use the little you know than not to use anything at all. Add words every single day. It's great that you're learning more and more words in Romanian, but focus on grammar as well. It's an excellent idea to focus on words and rules at the same time. You don't want to focus on words and forget about rules. I've met many students who knew a lot of words in Romanian, but guess what? They only focused on getting words, but they didn't really focus on finding ways to combine these words. So you might find yourself in this situation in which you know a lot of words in Romanian in any other language, but you can't combine them, and this is very frustrating. Learn a few words today, a new grammar rule today, other few words tomorrow, another grammar rule tomorrow, and practice them. If you're a beginner, if you don't know many words, if you don't know many rules, practice the words and the rules that you already know. Of course, you can't have a real conversation at this point, but you can find a mirror and start talking to yourself in the mirror. Practice the words and the rules that you already know. You can also record your voice. You can record yourself reading. This way, your mouth gets used to producing the Romanian sounds. Stop waiting for the right moment because it will never come. There are these American guys who talk about how to make YouTube videos, and they have this saying, punch fear in the face. So forget about the fear and get there and act. The last thing I want you to keep in mind, and I think this is the most important thing, it doesn't matter your level. All you have to do is to find something that you're really passionate about and become an expert in that field in Romanian. For instance, if you're into history, find words in Romanian that are related to this topic. Go and search for YouTube videos. Go read articles in history magazines or just Google them. If you're into music, do the same but with music. Listen to songs in Romanian. If you're into psychology, if you're into spirituality, if you're into law of attraction, go on TikTok and find their videos about the law of attraction in Romanian. This is something that no teacher in the world can do for you. Many times Romanian learners ask me, Corina, can you please recommend a YouTube channel for practicing Romanian? And I always ask them, what are you passionate about? What topics do you like? Think about the number one thing that you're really passionate about, and then go on YouTube, go on Google, and search there videos, materials, articles about that topic. By the way, this is how I started learning English. If I'm here using English to help you with Romanian, it's because 23 years ago I found a topic I was really passionate about. I fell in love with a boy band from the UK. This boy band is called Blue, and I was so passionate about their music that I bought all their CDs, the DVDs I could find here in Romania, and I started translating all their lyrics from their first three albums, All Rise, One Love, Guilty, into Romanian. So this boy band is from the UK, so they are English speaker, but back then my English, it was really bad. At that time I couldn't understand the difference between she and her in English. That was my level. I was using that dictionary to translate every single word in their songs because I only knew 20 words in English. I would just absorb everything I found there about English. The English itself wasn't important to me. It was important to get closer to Blue, to Duncan James. So in my mind, in order to get closer to Duncan James, I had to absorb every word I found in English. So find something you're really passionate about and start learning about that topic in Romanian. That was all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye!